Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Not a good start to the new week for Bitcoin. That is, yeah, you saw the title, critical areas, right? Because what happened to spring back test of spring? It played out, but then selling ensued after it broke above that resistance. And yeah, now Bitcoin on the daily is in jeopardy, right, of falling below the critical 63,588 area, you know, the highest daily candle close of all time back in April. That needs to be held. You need to hold that. You've been holding it for 5 out of the past 6 days. Yeah, 5 of 6 tests. Only one day you didn't test it, and that was November 11th. But every time you test it, November 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, something's gonna give, man. It was a resistance, right? It was then resistance again October 25th, then again November 2nd, and now support. It's like, but like, how does it hold? How does this support hold if you're like working on a bearish engulfing candle? You haven't broken it yet, and you can't even sing the song until, you know, the fat lady sings or whatever. And the fat lady doesn't sing until we get like candle close confirmation below 63,588. So just hanging on by a thread. What's new, man? This is Bitcoin. That's what it loves doing. Hanging on by threads, right? Hanging on by an effing thread back in September at 42K, right? Hanging on by an effing thread at 30K. You just don't fake out. It's never easy. It cannot be easy.
Thoughtful face. I believe an M-shaped harmonic if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, what's up, Panic? Thank you, dude, for the 20. Sure. We'll look at XSPA. I don't know if it has. We'll look. All right, so that's kind of like what's going on the daily. Critical areas, bearish engulfing candle in development, negative momentum continuing to build after the very real, undeniable bearish divergence developed very fast. Like, you think, oh, you'd get more than that. Pathetic. RSI, same thing, you know. Currently sitting at 54.8. Yeah, you hope this, you got 44 minutes until this is confirmed as a bearish engulfing candle. But you'd still be confirming a close above 63,588. So questions are definitely there. Mysteries abound. Bitcoin, despite it maybe holding this and going into price discovery, hitting 69,420, certainly does not at an area that makes like too much sense for a strategic long entry. But who am I to say that if this area holds, which it is for now. And you got that upsloping price contraction, and you would think if you break below 63,588, you could very well be seeing 58,343 again. I mean, you talk about a measured move, it'd probably be pretty close to that level down there, 57, 58K. So you're okay until you break the support. That's it. And, you know, just go to the 4 hour to relook here. The spring, the back test to spring, the rally, and then Wall Street opened, you know, and then dump all day, nonstop. I mean, for the whole day, pretty much. Spent some time up there hanging out last night and just, nope. But as you can see, I mean, like, very clearly, you have not broken down yet, even though you are as close as you could possibly ever get to breaking down. You're at it. You're at that level. Okay, so cool. Ethereum, you know, breaking out of that channel, making another lower high than the previous highs. God, is that distribution, man? Oh, well, you hadn't broken support. So, I mean, there isn't even much support that exists here until 43.84, which is the old all-time high. Oh my God, I think I'm allergic to Ethereum's price action right now. It's just, yeah, it's still just crap, and there's still lots of, locally, still lots of questions where it's like, again, distribution now because you couldn't reclaim highs higher than your previous high for November 12th and 10th. So, again, it's like, it's okay on the daily and stuff. It's just a long, extended rally, non-stop, man. There has been really, like, no pullbacks. And it's just not at like strategic entry areas. It just, you can't say it is.
Wax-P thinks not sure if it's a good chart or not.
What's up, Juan, dude? Thanks, man, for the 50 super chat. Well, look. Thanks, dude. So yeah, after a long extended rally on Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's tougher. The altcoins, I think, have better swing trading, position trading arguments based on the fact that they're down like deep retraces, confirming bottoms on weekly time scales. This is just not the case for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I mean, just looking at it objectively, yeah, a lot of altcoins look better for long, fresh longs than these two. But you just think it's like, hey, how can those play out if the two big boys end up dumping and correcting? It's going to be impossible for them to rally. So you're just right. 63588 22 cents Bitcoin. That's extremely major. And for Ethereum's, 4200 to 4384, extremely major. You're not even near that level yet. So that's what's crazy. I mean, it's better than Bitcoin in ways. Bitcoin just like can't break all-time highs, and it's just stuck at the old all-time high and just barely above it. Negative momentum building. Highest level of negative momentum you've seen since September 30th. Okay. 6 weeks. And RSI is neutral 58. Okay, cool. Those are your two largest cryptos. You look at total.
I like turtle.
That is just sideways after hitting a $3 trillion market cap, after hitting the 1272 fib extension of the high to low of the 5-0, the bullish 5-0, and that's it. It's the same price it was 5 days ago, just about. I mean, a week ago. It's nothing's changed really since the whole month began. Dang, man, like November 2nd, you were at the same level you're at now. So definitely a sideways market for the first half of November. Has been literally nothing burger. Yeah, think about it. November 2nd, Bitcoin was at the price it's at now. Yes, it pulled back and rallied again. It's up and down, but the same price on average, right? Yep, same price. Okay, that's really it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and total. Meaning, hey, nothing's really changed from yesterday except you were breaking above a critical resistance, or the top part of the critical resistance zone, and now you're back in that zone, and now you're testing the bottom for the 5th out of 6th day. 5 out of 6 days you tested it. So I guess we can move on to like Cardano or something. It's probably gonna be a quick stream, short stream, whatever. You just know sometimes how it's gonna be. Oh, Cardano, right? One of the largest cryptos out there, market cap wise. It's just bleeding out a little bit with Bitcoin, but barely. So I mean, just at this point, locally, I don't know. Daily, you think 188 would probably be your lowest risk area. Maybe you get down there again, but it's hanging in there. It's still making higher lows locally, that 4-hour time scale. But barely. Dude, look at, oh God, it's just so pathetic. Like 200 moving average, 200, every time you touch the 200 moving average, you fail. Then you up thrusted through it, then dumped, and now you're failing again. Another test of it as a resistance. I just like, Bitcoin dumps, forget about Cardano, man. Just take it out of your vocabulary for now. I mean, 188, 185 after this trash price action. Just too many times, man. Great, dude. What a nice run up, though. My God, from July 21st to September 3rd, it was amazing. And now it's just, okay. And yeah, I mean, it looks a little bit better than it's been looking for a couple months, but just when I thought it was going to turn around, it's just starting to look like crap maybe again, based on that moving average. Cool. Yeah, and Binance is starting to finally not look as good as others until something changes, where you're like looking at, hey, old all-time highs, a chop zone like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's back up there, and it's like one high and maybe a second high. Good news is if like Bitcoin doesn't dump, this thing is going to go insane. I mean, like it just does. When Bitcoin isn't volatile, Binance can catch its footing at this major level, break it, and then go to, $800 eventually. It's just, there is definitely some sort of like bearish divergence convergence where you're like making the same high and lower levels of relative strength, positive momentum, But yeah, anything above $600 is technically safe if you're talking about zones of support resistance where you know below $600 is straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. All right, it could be straight up again. It could be straight down again, 430. Could be your target if you don't hold $600. So let's see what happens. What a nice run it's been on. Unreal, right? Started at 350. Now you're at 630. Dang, that's pretty freaking awesome. Over doubling in value. Or almost. Yeah, really close. Okay, so the S&P was really flat today. And right at that 1618 after reacting, starting to reverse and rallying, and dang, man, like out the gate trying to hidden bullish divergence here. Super strong market. You think you're going up to 4,700 again to test it. Maybe you go a little bit higher. But yeah, you're set an area where a reversal could happen. But if the trend is too bullish, then, you know, these pattern completion zones normally just act as levels for the price to consolidate for a while before it eventually legs up again and runs to insane levels. The government passing a $1.5 trillion bill. Another one. Okay, yeah, just keep telling me it's needed and it's okay and it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's pathetic. It's so stupid, man. Government. Oh my God, government's just ruining everything. Like, government, Federal Reserve, you think they're your friend? They're not. They're not your friend. They've never been. The government's never really been your friend, man. Throughout history.
Hi Mitch, Troy/USDT double bottom, and of course your take would be awesome. 1 daily and 4 HR.
All right, Chicken Man. We'll look at Troy. Thank you, man, for the 20. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're just at the levels, all right, where you've reacted. Pretty pathetic reaction. Just beginning to reverse or rally immediately to maybe go test again. It's really, really shallow. I mean, you haven't even tested. You haven't made a 23% retrace from that previous low from October 4th. That's you don't even know, right? You don't even know that this is a valid swing high yet because it hasn't even touched the 236. That's kind of the rule. I could imagine next 34 minutes how crap it's going to be for Bitcoin. It's always like the last 30 minutes of Bitcoin, man. It's just like the last 30 minutes of the day. It just pumps or dumps. It's like whatever was doing bad, whatever the trend was that day for Bitcoin, it normally will end going that way. Like, oh, it was pretty good for Bitcoin closing the day yesterday, and then it pumped, you know, at the highest high, you know, and then today it's had a bad day, and now it's going to close at its lowest low. Just does that all the time. If you haven't noticed from watching the stream, because we're always live right around the time the daily candle closes based on like stream time. So okay, Dow Jones, same thing. It was really flat today. Hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour developing, so this could continue and run back up to 36,500 again. I know, wouldn't be that surprised. Bullish conditions, you got some bullish indicators implying continuation here. All right, awesome. Here you go, man. A 1414 on the NASDAQ composite. You've already begun to rally. And there you go. That waning negative momentum and some hidden divergence. Okay. So it could continue. Money printer could go burr. 16,152 is the 1618 on this one. It would require the mega caps to keep it going. Damn, man, small caps just hanging out after exceeding the 1618. And yeah, the hidden divergence argument is going to be coming here too if you start pivoting. Wow. All right, so really not much of anything happened today on the stock market. Dollar Tree, top gainer. Hey, the casino stocks did really well today. Nice. Because we knew Las Vegas Sands was really good. Good areas. Some monochrome. Yeah, Wearable. Yeah, we'll look at it. Okay, so I guess we'll just get into a couple of these requests. and I won't waste your time. Oh, I mean, you have an asset that just pumped today. We've been here before. It kind of randomly pumped. I don't had it been a news-driven catalyst yet. I guess in the end there was divergence. I don't monitor XSPA. As the selling was continuing to lower lows locally, you were just making lower levels of negative momentum, higher levels relative strength, and I guess it gave finally. But this is like, how do you time that? You couldn't. It's not really great. The 116 is an awesome area. Like, you'd love to see 116, but it ran up and tested the top of the range at 165, 168. Awesome. That's it, man. You went up and tested inflection point before pulling back, and now you've closed up 11.68%, and you're up 2.6% after hours. So there's not really anything to talk about besides that. Cool. You break 168 and you hold it, and you maybe back test it as support. The upside could be tremendous. I mean, it could be going to $3 eventually in time. Yeah. There you go, the daily. I do like where all this stuff's occurring. 88% retrace, right? It had this low and then went up and had an insane run. God. And then dumped, and here it is, 886. One bottom, second bottom. Maybe you're putting in a higher low here, and again, I still, even looking at the daily, can't care about this asset till it breaks 168 and holds it as support. Because when it breaks it and holds it as support, insanely magical things happen on this asset. Straight down, straight up, 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 straight down. Then it goes straight up again. It goes $3. But it's all about if it breaks. Have an alert set up. 168, you hear a beep, you're like, dang, man, I got to be paying attention to XSPA. But not below it. You can't really care that much about it till it breaks it. Okay. And also, terrible trend. I mean, the trend is, all it does is lose. All it does is lose. All it does is make lower highs, lower lows. So great, man. I think there are better assets out there, but this is the one you requested, so we're looking at it. There you go. Thank you, man. What's the difference between this and, oh man, some more data somewhere. Yep. Well, I mean, it's down 9% today. Not much data on this chart. You kind of get like where we're at. This is, I mean, you can request things all day if you want, but like, what can I do? What do you want me to do on this chart? I mean, you know, it's like, you know, not much data listed on KuCoin in April, and yes, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, overbought. Nothing looking left to talk about. It's just gone. It's just like, yeah, where does it go from here? I don't know. Maybe we draw a curved line for you to make you feel better or something about requesting this. There you go. It's in a parabolic uptrend, and it could dump a long way, go to 46 cents and still be in that parabolic uptrend, I guess, right? So thank you. I appreciate Juan the 50 super chat. It's not that it's not a good chart, because it's, look at its price. It's up so much. But like, if we're, you know, good requests or assets here, where it's not gonna be like anywhere else. It's gonna be like, hey man, yeah dude, oh my god, it's so cool, wax. Well, like, we're just looking for assets like, hey, it broke above an inflection point and it's back testing it and engulfing. Hey, that's kind of interesting. Here it's like, I can't do anything. I just can't do anything here. Maybe you can keep going, you know. Maybe $1 eventually, sure. And here we go. I mean, just like we were having a pump stream yesterday on Bitcoin, we're about to have a dump stream. Ah, pathetic. It's just like, okay, rising wedge on Bitcoin, can't hold 65K, can't hold 63,588 after 5 effing days of attempting to hold it. What a joke. But again, it's not that weird. It's up 130% since the bottom. Bitcoin. All right, not at like fresh entry areas really. I mean, it's just not. Even if it does pump, Things like DGB are at awesome near entry levels, you know. Oh my God, and it couldn't get worse. Some person screaming in the music. Oh, well, here's your meme coin. This was requested. Shiba Inu coin. Everyone loves this coin. I mean, there is this one wick high from May 10th where it got listed on Binance, and it's above it, if you can even freaking believe it. Wow. And before it holds and goes berserk and goes test all its highest highs ever here on this chart. Okay, if the Inu coin holds 53.93, I'm not even going to talk about divisibilities here. Up to the cent, it takes too much time, and I don't even care. If it holds this level here, this 5,000 level, then 79.12, 7912. That would probably be the reasonable area. You got a certain hidden bullish divergence that looks like it's starting to develop now on the daily MACD and RSI. So yeah, I mean, maybe if someone wants to play momentum on a scam coin, they could set their stop below the 5,000 mark and let it ride to 7912. The Shiba. Same time though, hey, harmonic, man. Was this a Gartley or a bat? Is that how it started? Of course, right? Dang, man, that's like actually literally. It's a Gartley where traders settled up. The wick was the 886. That's okay. We see Bartleys all the time. Well, look at that. Look how, man, that's pretty good context of a harmonic structure right there, chat. It is. Nice. So if this plays out, do like Sol, SOL. All right, think about it. Look at this, right? We'll come right back to this, but look at SOL, I think. Look at the context, chat, right? Where it's in an uptrend, okay, and then it has a correction, and then the M shape. The asset holds and presents the pattern to Yi, and look what it does after, right? Nice markups, okay. Good context of this. Yeah, pretty good context here on Shiba Inu. I can't even believe it. Wow. So if this actually played out, yeah, I would think that these are the targets up here, like 7912, 7662, whatever, these peaks. All right, that's it. That's your Shiba. Not value, but dang, it's real. Could continue. Pray for Bitcoin, I guess. I don't even know. All right. Next request is Troy, which is nothing special. I mean, it did the whole same thing, the deep retrace. Yeah, hidden bullish divergence. He hadn't seen positive momentum on the daily here on Troy since October 17th. That was a good day. And now it's just sitting here on the daily. What's it doing? This isn't even visible on the 4 hour. What's going on? Really, on the daily, it should be like right here. I must have plotted that on the 4 hour. I don't even really know. I mean, if the hidden bullish divergence plays out for real, your continuation. You'd be going up next, not down. So choppy. I mean, if Bitcoin doesn't hold 63,588, this thing's getting wiped out. It's going down to 1.1 cents, which isn't wipeout, but it's gonna fall to the next level that makes any sort of sense. I don't think it's really at a special area. Trying to hold this one wick high, this one time from June 5th. That's it. Trying to hold that as support. And if this plays out, you go test 1.7, you might break it and see 2.3 cents. Remember, this was an M shape. This was just like all the others. Like all the freaking others. What is going on? I think I did not plot it on this one because it was like 70% there. Dude, it's like everything else. It doesn't matter. You take out the scam wick just where traders settled up there to make it it's just like every other pattern on all these other altcoins, right? 88% retrace, 90% retrace. Okay. And what happened at the 88% retrace? Confirmation lows, multiple confirmation lows, springs, back test of springs, all the crazy stuff. And so now it's in the uptrend. The uptrend's continuing, and it's hit all these inflection points and failed. Now it's selling off, but it's still making higher lows than the previous lows. This thing's trend isn't really in jeopardy until it falls below 0.8 of 1 cent, really. That's the next discernible swing low on the daily, right? It's trying to put in another bottom, and it looks like it very well could if Bitcoin holds up, but who knows, man? That's your Troy in an uptrend, trying to bottom out. Yeah, Wearable. Been waiting on this one to do something so I can maybe buy more. Because I already have all the Wearable from the website, all the claiming. Because if you do, this was unbelievably Jesus. I mean, like, are you kidding me? It was literally perfect. It's the same thing as everything else, right? Give me a sec. If I can show you. I can show you how dreams are made. Like, where is it? It's right here. Oh, look at this crap, dude. It's insane. It's just like, really? You can identify these structures at much earlier stages in this cycle, right? And it's just like, okay, looking really good. It was breaking the inflection point of 1440. Right, look, swing lows here, back from March in February. It was manufactured, created there. There was a resistance here and support. And then it was breaking that level. And we knew what could happen if you break that level straight up, straight down. Historically, look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Okay, what happens if it breaks it? It could very well go straight up again. In time anyway, right? And what happened? Oh my God. Oh my God. It went straight up, straight down. Again, holy crap. This is like traditional technical analysis. All we're doing. Applying it to some NFT asset. And it's in an uptrend. Look, made a low. It back tested that level of support before going again, and now it's hanging on, and it looks okay, but it did just make a lower high than the previous high and the previous high before it. So you have multiple lower highs going on, but at the same time you're still making higher lows. So I would say it's kind of neutral, even though the trend's bullish. I guess you got some bullish convergence going on the MACD, maybe some RSI hidden divergence. But don't we understand, if the asset's at $20, and we know, we just showed you, we know that between $14.50 and $30, right, 15 and 30, is no man's land, could go up, could go down. Wouldn't you agree that this is kind of coin flippish, trying to strategize along here? If one's trying to strategize along, it's closer to $14.50, $15. It's really tough here. Like, even though I like the asset and own some because of reasons, because of the NFT thing, I don't know, if it was down at 15, maybe I'd take it long, right? But for now, I'm just kind of, it's really neutral, but I know it's in an uptrend, which is nice, and could continue the cycle if Bitcoin wants to keep going. Ethereum wants to keep going. I think Wearable's going to keep going too. But like just the same, if Bitcoin wants to reverse here, fall below 63,588 and go down to 58K, this thing's going back down to 1450 for sure. Yeah, it's almost certain it'll be going down to those levels again if Bitcoin and Ethereum sell off. And the argument, I mean, it's like, it's really, you can't be surprised if Ethereum and Bitcoin at these levels did pull back some. And not saying they're going to crash and dump and bear market begins. I'm just saying, like, there could be another flush out. And these alts are going to get flushed too. That's it. But yeah, I mean, I would love to maybe find you can get it on Coinbase now. Yeah, I think, right? Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, you can do it. It's like, that's why I was thinking, yeah, to get more. Just think about it. Bad things happen. Let's see real quick. Yeah, if something like a Gartley, develops, oh man, You know, 786, 886, whatever. Yeah, an M shape. Oh my God, could you imagine? In this context, and it goes down to an 88% retrace from its previous low and tests an inflection point at the same time. I mean, that would be a legendary opportunity at 1450 because of the M shape, the context of the M shape, the trend, the inflection points at the PCZ. That would be the X marks the spot of 1414 confluent to right around there. Yeah, so you would want to add an alert around 1450, $15. So you could be alerted to when it would make the most sense to strategically enter Wearable instead of just flipping the coin now. Yep, that's it. That was the last request too. So.
Hey Mitch, thanks for all the TA. Could you check out REVV's
What's up, Josh, dude?
Coin? Tie heart.
Well, look, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh man, daily bearish and golden candle on total. We got 15 minutes till your daily candle close. Until Bitcoin confirms a bearish and golden candle. Dang, man. Dang. Okay, this one's awesome if you care about position trades or something. So where I think this is headed is 30 cents. Soon, right? Look what you're doing. You've sprung above an inflection point from February 20th. Look, April 24th. Look, July 13th. Look, August. Spring, back test of spring occurring there. Successful and rallying here. Yeah, it's up 14.5% today. But like, okay, so where it is, I think it's probably going to 30 cents in time. And if it ever breaks that, I mean, that's where fireworks could happen, man. You could double in value. So you look at the weekly, and the weekly, it reminds me of DGB. It reminds me of XLM. It reminds me of many altcoins, right? Long-term uptrends, one bottom, a second bottom. The second bottom is much, much higher than the first. And that is, you know, you could imagine. And here's my duplication's broken again. Sweet. It's so weird. It like visibility. That's why maybe it does that.
Can you check out EOS?
I need to like have always all these on, I guess. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. That's something they changed though, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so that's it, man. Like DGB goes to 13 cents, 14 cents in time. This could go to 60 cents in time or 58 cents in time, right? Yeah. So Revs, like, one just holds it, and then I would think they might protect themselves, maybe below 18 cents. That might be the cutoff area because it's back tested the level of inflection and held and is rallying resoundingly off of it. So that's your strategy. That's what you'd be playing. That's the signal to long when you backtest spring successfully in uptrends and stuff. Especially when they've lost 88% of their value and they're doing it here, not when Bitcoin did the spring back to the spring earlier. It was a 4-hour, it was not the daily, and it's at inflection points. It's at old all-time highs. It's not at deep retraces where there's value perceived. It's at kind of at premium levels on Bitcoin right now. Okay, there you go. That's your last request so far. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love when an area that is extremely undeniably real back tests that level when it was once resistance as support. It's nice, man. On the daily, mind you, really good stuff on the daily, undeniable. Okay. What's up, Grubman, dude?
Grubman tipped $25. How much more room do you think we have left to run on VUZI? Up 50% last 30 days.
VUZI? Anything above 980 is awesome. Dude, you know, look what happened. I've never been here before. Look what happened, though. Like, it lost so much value. Then it hits the old steel wall back from 2011, 2013, 2016, 2017. It tests that, and then the crazy bounce. until you breach 1989, $20, you're in a correction, right? What's the most recent event that's occurred in this correction? The lowest low of it. So yeah, I think this reminds me of Hex a little bit. It's been a long-term uptrend, but I wouldn't be touching this right now. You said 50% and how many days? In 30 days. And yep, that's for sure. In the month.
Flow on Kraken.
What's up, Bert, dude? Sure will look. Thank you, man, for the 43. We'll round down.
Is that a joint?
And say you tipped 42. So, like, you know, the first time, no one knows. Scalpers dream, hey, they did it. But the scalpers take profit after 50% up in 20, 30 days, right? And so what'll happen, normally the asset will top out at a much lower high than the previous discernible highs on the daily, and then sell off, and then go back test the level, maybe even fall below it. But like the second time is when you should really care about it. Let's see if it's an actual real support. And sometimes when it goes to back test for the second time, it fails and dumps to much lower prices. And we know between 174 and 980, it's not that good. So then you're talking about a full reset from the previous low from March, the COVID crash. And we just be talking about like this, the shark, right? The 886, which would take you all the way down to like 450. So, I mean, you know, it just all depends. And if you're that far off of 980 on a reaction low, you can't trust it. You cannot trust it. It's below the 200-day moving average, right? It's just not, it doesn't meet the criteria we're looking for as swing traders, position traders, investors. One time, no one knows. Second time, and it really holds and starts pivoting, that's the time to take action. So you would probably want to wait, just like you would want to wait on Hex. That's it, dude. Thanks to 25. Kraken, huh? Well, it's all over the place, but the one here, hey, I have memory of this place. Below the US dollar, we have our inflection points here, and you're above $12. So many scam wicks, like what the heck? Is that a Gartley? Pretty close to a Gartley. Dude, that's like a Gartley in many ways, you know, like we go like this. We go like this. 786. Look at that. Dang, man, that's for real. That's real-time Gartley in a pretty good spot. Anything above 1210 is awesome on this asset. Wow, you know the upside, $24. This thing could double in value if this plays out. Literally, look, your inflection point, and I'll not make this up. This is here. Market participants made these levels, not me. I'm just identifying them, okay? So everyone knows that. All the things that are taught here are not mine. I didn't make these things up. These have been researched for 100 years, most of the stuff, all right? So I'm just a disciple of the game. I'm a fan of the game. I love it, okay? So anyway, $12. You sprung. You're not didn't quite back test the spring, but anything above that area makes it reasonable for a long. And just straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. I mean, that's about it. I mean, that's how you target the upside. 100% upside on this asset if it holds above 1210 long enough and this harmonic played out, right? So you do have what could be considered certainly a Gartley. Pretty freaking close. Does that make sense? Yeah, anything above $12, you're in great shape for doubling up. I kind of really like the context. In there, look, traders settled up January 29th at 625, okay? Then the huge run, and then the M shape, and then the crash. And then traders settled up in June, many months later, at $7. Shh, quiet. Really quiet accumulation. That is true. It's, even though it's barely anything, it's very real. Now the wick during the day, it was tested again perfectly, but at the end of the day, higher, low. Okay, nice. And now the Gartley presents itself. That's pretty good, man. All right, so flow is very close, if not at actionable areas for a long. Just, God, Bitcoin, man. What's it gonna do? Rising wedge, bearish divergence, testing major inflection points where there's like 4+% downside if it doesn't hold. And it's, God, flip the coin on Bitcoin. Yeah, literally everyone said 100K. Yeah. No expectations here. Everyone else has expectations. Like all these market participants have expectations, man. So it's like they're gonna have really bad emotional responses if it doesn't go their way.
Broke out of the falling wedge today. Hail to Pit.
What's up, Valley Bet? Boeing was a bullish Gartley in itself. Just pay it. Don't forget this. Flow's really good here. Everything's good here. Okay, see at $24. If $12 holds long enough, you could be a king. Your money could double, or your position could double holding this. All right. And Boeing. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, it was. You call it a wedge? Sure, wedge. Supply line. One triple bottom. Right. If this trend is real, if this Gartley's real, reversal soon. And now here we are. So your question, what now? Well, sure, it broke a supply line, but overhead resistance is extreme. You are not above it. You're right at it. June 8th, 234. That's it, though. You break this, I think eventually Boeing's going back up to 293 again. Look, straight up. All right, well, if this is real, yeah, dude, eventually you break 234, you're going to 267 again, then 293. The old low. That's it. So, yeah, man. Yep, supply line broken, triple bottom, and there could be a lot more upside if 234 is breached, which it hasn't breached yet, so don't get cocky, kid. That's it. We got 4 minutes until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, the bell, the sub if you want. All right. Good day today. Almost 6% up. Wow. It is 6% after hours. Total on the day. So, 0.56% after hours. So that's your level. Have your alert set up above 234 and let's see what happens. You've tried to break it, you failed, you thrusted through it, even back tested it, just not enough demand, and created the M shape. So yeah, 293 eventual target if this uptrend since the COVID crash continues. 293 is your next major target on this one. All right, above that 318, above that 372, 395. All right, that's back, when you were at all-time highs, way up here. We're just going to keep buying back the stock. We're not going to do anything. Bail us out, please. Thank you. You bailed us out. Oh yeah, EOS. Yep, we'll look at it. I mean, EOS is going to be a run-of-the-mill S-coin. Looks like many other assets that could be poised for higher prices if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue on. But at the same time, how do we know?
Can you check out EOS? Put in a request earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, my man.
We were about to do it, man. All right, down 3% today. It looks spectacular, right? I mean, long term, not like. I mean, it still looks good on the daily. Dude, this thing, yeah, like many others. It could be stupid, man. This thing already played out. 1570. It almost did. May 17th. Shoot, man. Just look at your weekly here. Yeah. Accumulation, or reaccumulation, whatever. And yeah, I think your minimum targets on this asset in time, if one's patient, $7. Above that, 858. You ever break 858, that's where you go to 1470 again. So yeah, it's pretty bad performance though. It's pretty sad when EOS August 13th, 2018 was 460, and now it's November 15th, 2021, and it's the same effing price. That's terrible. That means you lose. If you were a long-term holder of EOS, you literally lose. You messed up. Bad. You misallocated your capital holding EOS that long. Sorry. But yeah, man, hey, sure. You could run up to test the top of the range again that it's been stuck in forever for multiple years, except that one time it broke out and then dumped 2 weeks later. Back into it. So... okay, is there any more to ask about or talk about? Yeah, look, locally, daily, double bottoming. It's like attempting a higher low double bottom like many other assets like XLM and XRP and FIL and GRT. They're doing the potential double bottom dance at deep retrace areas. Okay, we have less than 1 minute till Bitcoin daily close, so we're going to go to that. That's... and here, you look at your weekly already. Wow, what a good start on the weekly, man. Just literally working on a bearish and golden candle on the weekly now, you know. You go a little bit lower. I mean, you break the support here that you're about to break, it's gonna head down to maybe 60K again. Then look left on the weekly. That's target 60K for the strong one. Thank you, Nick, dude, for the 59.70 super chat. Thanks, dude. We'll just leveraging it for you. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Jesus chimes for the new day. The new day that unfortunately, well, the old day that just confirmed a bearish engulfing candle near its lows of the day. Great, man. Still somehow like technically held by like $10. Held the old candle high close from April 14th as support. Okay, dude. 5 out of the past 6 days, and now like, okay, dude. So I guess you got your demand line first, which will be the weaker support, and then the real support. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. It didn't go straight down recently, but you just think between the levels, that would make a lot of sense if it didn't hold. Look how close we were to 69,420. Only like $400, $500 away. What a joke. So, okay. Will the bearish engulfing candle catch follow through price action? Well, if it does, then you could be breaking down. That's it. Okay, that's like it, man. I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum have had extremely nice runs, but they're just certainly at levels where if a reversal happened, it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. It wouldn't be like TA would not be getting respected, disrespected. It would just be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's at an inflection point. It's tried twice. On the second attempt, it made substantially lower levels on the oscillators, which is bearish divergence on a daily time scale. So you just don't know if the divergence is done playing out yet, as we're just continuing to build negative momentum. So certainly right now, Bitcoin is falling below the critical level it needs to stay above if you want to see higher prices, chat. So that's all I can tell you on at the beginning of the new day. Immediate fall through price action to the downside. I mean, we're talking 2 minute. In 2 minute period, Bitcoin is down $550 in 2 minutes on the new day. So cool story, bro. Nice job, Bitcoin. Great. Yeah, altcoins way better strategically than Bitcoin, Ethereum, but the problem is, the crux is, altcoins get decimated when Bitcoin reverses and dumps. So how, even if they're at low risk areas, are they going to survive? I don't know. Tough to say. Measure move would be 52,868, which is way down here. Shoot, man, that'll wipe out so many FOMO moon boys. They'll be gone, dude. Some of y'all won't even be here if that happens. y'all rage quit this market so fast. It's okay, whatever. You know, you can do that. People do it. Like, how am I saying that with such confidence? Because every time dumps like that happen, people just rage quit the market. They quit because they're only ushered in because, hey, we're at all-time highs. That's the only reason they're here. And then when we correct or pull back, they're gone. And they only come back when we're getting near all-time highs again. It's a cycle, dude. It's a cycle. Thanks to the 1,100 people tuned in as Bitcoin has breached a critical support. The evidence looking left. Not me saying that, it's real. It's right there. To the dollar and the cent amount, okay? Ethereum, extremely similar price action. I mean, nothing here. Literally nothing on Ethereum until 43.84. So, I mean, a big one like continues selling off. I could see Ethereum selling off harder because there's just no technical support until around $4,400. Negative momentum, continuing to climb at its highest level since late September. There's nothing here, like no support. And again, over doubled in value since it bottomed out, and like no stopping, like the same wave. There has not been even a small wave to the downside. This could be the beginning of it. You don't know. I mean, this thing go all the way down to 4,200. You know, that's what Bitcoin just breached today. Talking 5 minutes ago, by the way, too. It could go down to that level. And what would the downside be percentage-wise from where it is right now? Still 7.6% downside on Ethereum, you know? Okay. And it wouldn't be weird. And just imagine, okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum do these sell-offs. The altcoins are screwed. I mean, they're going to be down like 10+%, 20% maybe. Maybe even 30%, dude. This market's whack when the selling happens. Hey, it's great when things are up 100% in a day or 50%. We're getting a lot of that. Guess what? It goes the other way too. When technical supports are broken on Bitcoin and it actually begins to really sell off. Incessant selling down at 550 still in 5 minutes. So I guess TA being respected on the bearish divergence. Are we cool? Yeah. Join the Discord if you haven't, so you get notified when I go live and all that. I've been live for about an hour, so that's about it, man. 400 likes. We get 420 likes, 18 likes till that. Come on, man. Really? Follow through price action? Yeah, we got to get follow through. You're working on follow through right now. So maybe the demand line holds, dude. Maybe this is some sort of steel wall of demand. But you can't be like that optimistic. I don't know. With no edge, it's really tough to be optimistic. Well, yeah, just the same. If you pivot and you rally and you get back above these levels, everything changes, and all of a sudden we got one low and then a confirmation low. Maybe it double bottoms here locally on the 4 hour. That would be insane. And if it did, then you'd start getting classic bullish divergence on the second bottom. That'd be pretty cool. I'm just talking about situations that could develop if Bitcoin begins to pivot in this little level right here around the zone, okay? I mean, this happens every day, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a pump or a dump depending on where it was going that day. So you can't give up yet. You can't give up like, I mean, dude, think about it. They just another $1.5 trillion printed out of nowhere because it was needed. Oh yeah, all the other money was needed too, but it's literally just indirectly stealing money out of your bank account. You understand that, right? You're losing purchasing power when all this stuff happens. and then they'll raise taxes, right? Wages will stay stagnant. Consumer goods will continue to rise. I mean, the conviction to have Bitcoin long has to be elevated every time they print this much money. It's stupid. So here we are, chat. Session lows down $600 within 8 minutes of the new day. You just hit 63,000 for the first time since literally yesterday or 2 days ago. Technically yesterday, really. And here we are. Now we're at the demand line. As we have reached the most important support, unfortunately. You're now at it's there. It's, demand lines really just are not as significant as horizontal lines. That's why I'm talking about it. And you're just here. You're just hanging out. Upsloping support. John Travolta's in the supermarket looking around. No demand. No demand. Where are the bids? They're not here yet. Okay, so despite Bitcoin's price action, with what the Federal Reserve and the governments are doing around the world, it's a no-brainer. Even if this thing has a haircut and loses another, what would the percentage loss be if it broke this demand line for real here? You still got another 7 to 9% downside here, okay, on Bitcoin. And then if a measured move happened, it's way down like 53s. Measured move of this huge structure. I don't know. I can't leave the stream because it just keeps dumping. Just like yesterday, it kept pumping and pumping and pumping my whole stream. How many freaking streams do we have now? This is like some new dynamic for Q4, or whatever the strength was or weakness. It's going that way, and I can't just. Can we stop with all the drama? Critical areas. Cue it up. Okay, I'll just leave you to it, okay, chat? I mean, we did the analysis, we had the 5 requests or whatever, and Bitcoin's at critical areas. And you know what happens if it doesn't hold this critical area? It's probably eventually going to go to 58,343 again, okay? And it's not weird because Bitcoin's up, well, it was up, since not even the very bottom of like the correction, just from the previous major discernible bottom, it went up 70% in 44 days. Yeah, 44 days. Like, what were you doing? Like, were you not... You didn't care about Bitcoin until it hit all-time highs? Well, that's your fault. So after 44%, or after being up 70% in 40 days, you can get haircuts, you can get pullbacks, and it's really not that big a deal. It'd be nice to make a higher low than the low from October 28th, but hey, whatever. So you're breaching a demand line right now, chat. That's actually happening. You're at the lowest lows of the day, down 860. You know what? You're down $900 in 12 minutes. Yeah, people have to be wiped out. Yep. Too many people expecting things in a certain period of time on Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin will be end of year 100K. It's literally like a certainty to so many people. So, okay, if that's the case, yeah, right. I mean, maybe that's going to happen. Maybe it's 100K. I'm just saying, like, you're not going to ever hit 100K until you actually clear 64,899 and hold your effing price above it. It will never hit even 69,420 till that happens. So, here you go, chat. You're down $1,000 in 12 minutes. 200-day, or the 200 moving average on the 4 hours, about to be tested for the first time since it breached it October 1st. Here you go, man. Nice. But anything's like, dude, it's just like, it's the beginning of the day, dude. You could rally from here, whatever. But you just gotta understand the context. Yep, bearish engulfing candle on the daily is pretty strong most of the time, you know. Hold demand line, you'll be alright, but it's not holding right now. And there is looking left, really. I mean, I know there's that one time that peak from at 61,100 from March. I guess maybe that could be an area where you say that could hold. That'd be your first support. And then after that, it's 58,343. So. All right, y'all. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks for the nearly 1,200 people tuned in right now as Bitcoin is trying to make up its mind if it wants to dump to, 60K. It looks like it wants to. The bearish engulfing candle kind of said, yep, probably going to keep going. And then maybe an edge will develop at some point in the future. But, yep, just kind of not doing great. But just remember, if you were a market participant, for 44 days between September 30th and November 10th, 70% appreciation of value of an asset that's like $1 trillion. That's exceptional. And then not to mention the 30K bottom. I mean, just pullbacks happen. Large waves, short waves. Higher lows, then big waves again to higher highs. And that's still kind of the argument, man. Like, just because whatever happening right now, I don't think this argument is like invalid because of the price action we're getting okay today and yesterday, whatever. 88K, eventually, if the ABCD is to be respected, ABCD. That's okay. You go to 60K, you go to 58K first, you go down to 53K on the weekly first, and the wave's still valid, and you go again. But just people who are like literally have, I don't know, they put a freaking timer on the price. Those are the people that are going to suffer, I guess, because it may get there, but it's just maybe not going to get there when everyone's screaming it's gonna get there. Well, a lot of people doing that. They're saying, hey, because of the previous cycles, it's going to do this now. It's going to do this in the next whenever. No problems on weekly, monthly time scales. You didn't even test the 200 moving average on the 4 hour yet. Really? Go ahead and do it, man. Just go to 62,499. Do it. Yeah, you can think about it like, I don't know, I mean, an X, A, B, C, D. Deep retrace down here. Be an M shape. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you just... The only people that worry about this price action locally are the people that bought in between mid-October and now. Within the past month, the people that are new market participants, you understand, especially in this market, but really all markets, except maybe Forex's, time in the market will trump timing the market. So if you're here in the past month, you were only here because of price action and all-time highs, right? That's the only reason you were here. You got to find a reason to stay in this market when Bitcoin's not at all-time highs. Otherwise, you'll keep missing out. You'll keep missing out on life-changing opportunities over and over and over again. This year, last year, the year before, constantly. You have to be a market participant when things aren't that great, when you're going through corrections. And then maybe you'll learn some stuff in between when there's no hype. If you measured this structure and it actually played out, which if it's a bullish trend and it did play out, I don't know if I could put much faith in a 100% measured move. I don't know if I could. Trend might be way too bullish. But if it did, from where it's breaking out right now, the target would be 53,727, which is still above the September high and a couple other levels from history where reversals have happened. You know, a high from March 4th, a low from April 30th. That's around the area where it could be headed if it performed perfectly.
Here to say hi on red days.
Oh, what's up, Egg Dude? Thanks for the 10, man. Yeah, I know, those don't happen, man. And that's okay. It's just like, it's part of it, man. It's like part of the world we're in. Or that I'm in anywhere. Anyway. Okay, so I'm leaving you, you know, you get it, right? I mean, let's hold this demand line. I mean, you fall below it, it doesn't mean anything. There's no confirmation. It could fall below it and then it could jump up $2,000, you know, in this candle being open. Just understand where we are. You want this asset, beyond a shadow of a doubt, to be above 63,588 and certainly 64,899. If you're below it, there's just not much of an argument for the asset staying where it is now until it gets maybe 61,800, but probably stronger support 60K and 58,343. So just hold, and you know what happens if you do hold this level again? You really will. Like, if it actually held here, it's too early to call, but this is something that could occur if you pivot. Duh, right? Bullish divergence. No matter how high it gets, right? It makes some slightly lower lows to the same low. That's what you're looking for. That'd be sellers getting exhausted right here, but it's way too early. So, dude, again, it could turn into huge red candles down, but we don't know, man. All we know is we're not above areas we need to be above right now. If you want price discovery, 69,420, you're certainly below them. You need to get desperately back above those levels. Okay. So thanks for the 534 likes as Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to let me leave because it keeps going to its lowest level. Just like yesterday, kept going to its highest level. I'm like, okay, just keep dumping. Whatever, I'm good anyway. So thanks for coming out. You'll be good. Pay attention to the critical levels. Until next time, respect the TA.